So in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the point number 5.2 kinds of cell. From that today we are just going to concentrate upon the prokaryotic cell. So living organism whatever they are basically grouped into two categories. They are either prokaryotes or the eukaryotes. Prokaryotes, the name itself says pro means primitive, carry on means they don't having the nucleus. Okay, primitive type of nucleus is there. Okay, and these prokaryotes having the simple cellular organization, while the eukaryotes they exhibit high degree of organization. Eukaryotes are there. Eu means the well developed. Okay, advanced we can say. The carry-on is well developed there. Okay, in the eukaryotes. So first of all discuss about the prokaryotes. Prokaryotic cells, they having the chemically complex protective cell envelope, but here they don't having the well defined nucleus. Okay, and whatever the cell organelles are present in the prokaryotic cell, they are not bound by the membrane. Okay, means different cell organelles which are bound by the well defined cell organelle in case of eukaryotes, but such a well defined well membrane bound cell organelles are not present in the prokaryotic cells. Means organelles are there but they are not properly bound by the cell membrane in prokaryotic cell. This is the typical structure of the prokaryotic cell. Okay, so the prokaryotic cell having the cell envelope, and here the cell envelope is three-layered structure with outer glycocalyx, middle is the cell wall, and the inner is the plasma membrane. So glycocalyx is present if there, that is either slime layer, means it consists of loose sheath, or maybe that is the in the form of capsule. Capsule is the tough structure, and if the slime layer is there, slime layer is the loose sheath. Okay, so whatever the bacteria are there, if we want to observe them under microscope, for that staining is required. Okay, so gram staining is developed by the Danish bacteriologist Hans Christian Gram. Okay, and here according to the gram staining, bacteria are of two types. One is the gram positive bacteria and another is the gram negative bacteria. The cell wall which is made up of this cell wall, here see this cell wall middle layer. Okay, it is made up of peptidoglycan. Okay, in case of gram positive bacteria, and in gram negative bacteria murine is there. Murine is nothing but it is the thin layer of peptidoglycan which can't retain the stain itself, and what we called that is the capsule again. Okay, if capsule is there, these bacteria are the gram negative bacteria because it is the tough one, and if the slime layer is there, then they are the gram positive bacteria. So here what is the function of this cell wall? Cell wall is for giving the mechanical strength to the cell. Okay, and again cell wall is responsible for the giving proper shape to the cell also. Next to this is the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the phospholipid bilayer membrane. All these structures, whatever we call, Okay, that is the cell envelope. They are for the giving protection to the whole cell and also help the intercellular transport. Now let's see about the some projection or the outgrowths which are present on the prokaryotic cells. Okay, so cells having the different type of projections. Okay, motile bacteria, they having the cilia. Okay, they having the cilia or the flagella. Okay, next here see. Okay, so many bacteria having the different such a cell surface appendages. Okay, so the longest one is the flagellum, which is responsible for the locomotion in or the movement of the this prokaryotic cell. Next to this is the pili. These are the pili. Okay, these are somewhat moderate in length. And next to this is the fimbriae. These are the fimbriae. These are the hair-like projection. These fimbriae having the whip-like structure. Okay, that is called as the cilia. Okay, remember it well. Okay, so what are the different cell surface appendages? That is the flagellum, which are the more longer one. Then next to this is the pili, and next to this is the fimbriae, and this fimbriae contain the cilia. Okay, so whatever the rotary movement is there takes place in the in the what motile bacteria, we can say, that is produced by this basal body. So it's about the basal body. Okay, and this basal body is actually works as a motor, and other parts are the what, this is hook. This portion is called as the hook, and this is about the filament. Okay, so whenever we observe this flagellum, okay, so it having the three parts. One is the basal body, okay, again called as the sleeve. Next two is the hook and the filament. Some other surface projections are tubular pili, okay, which actually help in the intercellular communication, and the fimbriae for the clinging and for the support also. Okay. Next to this is the cell membrane. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the cell membrane, at some point this cell membrane, that is the inner membrane, that just shows some infoldings, and that structure is formed due to the infoldings of the cell membrane at particular places, at particular intervals, maybe. That is called as the mesosome. That is called as the mesosome. This mesosome helps in cell wall formation, and again it having the role in the DNA replication. Some bacteria, especially the photosynthetic bacteria, they shows the special photosynthetic pigment there. Okay, so some photosynthetic cyanobacteria, they shows more longer extension, that are the chromatophores. See, these are the chromatophores, and these chromatophores carry photosynthetic pigments. So because of that, they can prepare their own food material, isn't that? The cytoplasm is again contain dense particles called ribosomes. Okay, before ribosomes, let's see what are the chromatophores are there. They are derived from the cell membrane itself. They are found in the photosynthetic bacteria, and they contain the pigment which is used to capture the light energy for producing the their food. Next to this is the ribosomes, which are again seen in the prokaryotic cell. Okay. Ribosomes helps in protein synthesis. Okay. These ribosomes are present scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay. So ribosomes are described by their sedimentation rate in Swedberg unit. Okay, so whatever the ribosome seen in the prokaryotic cell, or specifically whenever we are talking about the bacterial ribosome, they having the 70S ribosome. Okay, and this 70S ribosome contains smaller subunit, that is 30S, and the larger subunit 50S. Ribosomes are made up of protein and RNA. Okay, and here this is all about the ribosomes. Okay, and in next lecture we will discuss about the next point, that is about the eukaryotic cell.